Ladies and gentlemen, this is Prizers TV. I say this is Prizers TV, and I am here once more. I'm here because of this good news that has just reached us. So what you are looking at is the prototype of the new Lagos International Airport, known as Murtala Mohammed International Airport. This is the design. And what amazed us is that the government has already approved the project, and it is targeted to finish before the end of Tinubu's tenure in office, meaning that this house we are looking at will be completed before 24 months. That is mind-blowing, and this is a very beautiful news. I like this because many other African countries have laughed on Nigeria, especially Ghana and South Africa, because of the way our airports look. Remember, we have two airport terminals at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, which is popularly known as the Lagos International Airport. This terminal, the one we are looking at now, is the new terminal, not the one they are going to rebuild. This one was constructed about 4 years ago, and it looks beautiful. Many people who have landed in Nigeria using this airport have always praised everything about this airport, and this changed the story of what people think about Nigeria. After landing on this airport, most of the people will be celebrating and saying that this is not what they expected to see in Nigeria, because they expected to see an old airport. Now, unfortunately, Nigeria still has an old airport, because that old airport, meaning old airport terminal, is this one. See how it looks. Air condition is dropped outside, everything. This place is no more looking like an airport anymore. This is an old airport. Majority of people, when they want to mock Nigeria, they use this airport to mock Nigeria. Somehow, this airport is not as ugly as it is, but a country like Nigeria deserves better. Fortunately, the government has decided to do the needful by going to rebuild this airport. This is like a celebration to me. Not because of the airport, but because of the look. If you check my YouTube channel, you will see that I always preach about good building in Nigeria and in Africa in general. Most of the time, many people make mistake when they see contemporary architecture buildings. This contemporary architecture building change everything. It gives people happiness when they look at contemporary architecture building, whether it's airport, conference centers, public buildings like government buildings, shopping malls, so on and so forth. This type of building is very important. It shows development, and being an airport is even much more important than ever, because airport is the first place anybody who is coming from outside the country will probably land before going to anywhere. Your airport tells a lot about you. If you have a scattered airport like what Nigeria used to have in the past, which is this one, people will always view you as people who are not developed, right? And that is what many other countries in Africa have been using to mock at Nigeria. Even after building this one, we still believe that, it was not enough. And seeing this news, seeing this Eagle Airport, because this is an eagle, this logo you see here is an eagle logo. When this project will be finished, there will be no more an old terminal in Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. Within 2 years, everything will be looking like China. Now, many people have said that because of this design, these curves, that Nigeria is not going to deliver this project as it is shown on the prototype. But I argued it because I trust Nigeria. See the airport how it is going to look when the aircraft parked. This is what passengers will first of all see from Nigeria. This is beautiful. Do you see the tower? Nice. Now, let me go back to what I was trying to say. By looking at this airport, you know that this is going to be one of the best airports when completed. I don't see any other airport challenging this one. What I mean by airport is airport terminal. Challenging this one when everything is done. And as I said earlier, that a lot of people have started doubting it. But I don't doubt it. And why don't I? Because I have some proofs. If you check around in Nigeria, we have seen some prototypes being delivered to Nigeria, and many people didn't believe that it could be achieved, and they got it exactly. Number one is what we are looking at here. This is contemporary architecture building in Akwa Ibom. When this project was presented, everybody doubted it, including me. But believe me, below and behold, this place was later achieved. 100%. This is when they were building it. This picture is what you are seeing here. Now, later it was finished and it even look more beautiful than the prototype. Presently, Akwa Ibom has something that look like this. This is the real picture. This is the picture, a real photograph. Exactly, or even much better. The same thing happened not only in Akwa Ibom, but if you have been following up on development in Nigeria, you must have seen what happened here. When this project was presented, this is Mobolaji Johnson Station in Lagos. This place or this building looks like China. When the prototype was presented, nobody believed that this house could look like this when it is finished. But look at what they delivered. Unbelievable. This is train station in Nigeria. And you are still doubting that the new airport will either be delivered the way it is or not? No. Don't doubt that. Nigeria has civilized when it comes to buildings, infrastructures. They are ahead. But this is not only happening in Lagos. It is also happening in other parts of Nigeria. The building you are looking at, this is also contemporary architecture building. It's a conference center built in Southeast Enugu State. This is how it looks. This is not Abuja nor Lagos. This is Enugu State. The same thing, the new airport in Ekiti. See, this is another contemporary architecture building. This place is not Lagos. This is Ekiti State. But that is not the end of it, because there are other states that are doing the same. What you are looking at is Professor Wole Soyinka train station. Contemporary architecture being delivered 100%. And after seeing all these things, I say that the new international airport in Nigeria is going to look the same or even much better than what you are seeing. Because in the last 8 years, Nigeria has demonstrated that when it comes to contemporary architecture and futuristic building, they are either number 1 or number 2 in Africa. In the last 8 years, the improvements, the buildings, the public buildings, Nigerian government have established in Nigeria is something else. You need to see them. Now, let's go back to the airport. But what I did there is just to show you that Nigeria is capable of delivering the airport better than what you are seeing on the picture. So let's go one by one and we'll show you how everything is going. Now, presently, this airport is looking like this, and this building we are seeing will be knocked down. The project has already started, meaning that some glasses you are seeing here are being removed today because they are now losing the glasses, the sockets, and so on and so forth, removing things that could either be reused or be sold. And later on, you will see tractors removing all the parts of the buildings, because what will happen here is that some pillars will remain, but there are some pillars also will be built newly. So presently, if you look at the building, what you are seeing is here. The right side is the new airport terminal, which was built about 4 years ago. And the old one by my left is actually the one that we are talking about, that will be reconstructed. And it is necessary to be reconstructed, which is this one. Now, this is the new terminal, which is very, very beautiful. But this one is not the one that is going to be removed. This one will remain. Meaning that this building you are looking at here is actually the same building as this. But we are seeing it from the tarmac. Tarmac means where the airplane is landing and taking off, or where the airplane is taxiing. Now, this is the front of the new terminal, which is going to remain. This one is very beautiful and I love it. So this one is going to remain. And if we go ahead, you will know that when Festus Keyamo, who is the Minister of Aviation, was explaining about this airport, he said something very, very important about the airport. And that thing, I love it a lot. And that is what I'm going to talk about. And what I mean is what you are seeing here. What you are seeing is red line train. There will be rail line that will be connected to the airport. If you check here, I don't know whether I can see it very clearly, but if I zoom here, you'll see this is the terminal, how it is going to look. It is going to look like Marina Terminal. And it will pass through the airport. And as we proceed, we are going to see how the train station and the railway line, how it is going to pass inside the airport, right inside the airport. Meaning that you can take train, get inside the airport and come down and board your flight. Or you come down from the airport, and before leaving the airport, you take train and you go to where you are to your destination. Now, the inside will actually looks modern as most of the international airports we are seeing around the world. Although most of the time when people talk about airport or terminal, airport terminal, they don't talk about interior because interior always look the same. But this one is going to be very, very spacious. Very, very, very spacious, because now Nigeria will be having 2 airport terminals. So the space will be created for everything. So where you are going to wait for flights and so on and so forth will be there, and you will be enjoying staying in the airport. Now, if you check the airport, you see that it has something like V. This V is actually a sign of eagle. That is what you are seeing here. And the airport terminal is going to look glassy. There will be so many glass. Now, earlier I showed you about the train that is going to pass through the airport. This is how it is going to be. Now, here is where everything is going to be explained. If you are viewing this airport from above, you will see 3 buildings. One is this one, the small one. This one is the car park. Now, you will see another one in the middle. This is the terminal constructed 4 years ago. And this terminal is the one that I showed you, which is going to remain. And from above, this is how it looks. It looks like somehow T, like T form. Now, the one that is going to be reconstructed is the one by my left. This is how it is going to look. So the road will not change much, only that it will be knocked down and be rebuilt. But if you know the place, it will almost look the same. One road up and another road down, and for the arrival and the departure. If we continue, this is how it is going to look if you land from abroad into Murtala Muhammed International Airport. We will be seeing this airport with mesh line as it is here. This is mind-blowing. I love it. I love it. Now, this place you are seeing is not part of the prototype. The reason here is shown is only that they are going to rebuild road here, because what you are looking at is the present terminal, which was built 4 years ago. Therefore, nothing will be touched here. But what will be touched here is by my left side down below, because this bridge you see, it will be reconstructed and it will look nicer than how it is now. Okay, now as we continue going, now there is one thing that I love about this airport. You see what you see here, this mesh color. This is very, very beautiful. The mesh design, not color. This is like a net, and it gives this airport a special beauty. This is a mind-blowing airport. I can't wait to see this airport completed. Look at the garden, the everything. Wow, the architect who designed this airport really did a very nice job or nice work. See the garden. So apart from the airport is also going to have parks, whereby if you want to relax, you can actually go to the airport park and relax, enjoy yourself. This is how Europe is. Not everywhere in Europe. Beautiful places in Europe, where they will create spaces for people to go during the evening, enjoy themselves, and so on and so forth. You can actually come here to welcome someone, and if the person maybe has a flight delay, you can come to the park. Sit on the park and enjoy yourself. Be taking the fresh air. This is marvelous. This is marvelous. I love everything about this airport. I love it. Now, so here is the inside, which we say that we don't want to talk much about the inside because the inside always look the same. And what they project here is space. It is going to be very, very spacious. Look at here. No seat, nothing. You will be free to sit anywhere. See. Stay anywhere and walk around and so on and so forth. This is a nice airport. This is a nice airport. Nobody will have any complaint about this airport. Nobody. This is nice. This is beautiful. Now, let's go. Here is where everything is explained, because based on what they are saying is that these 2 terminals, the one by my left is the one they are going to construct, while the one by my right is the one on use presently. Now, what they want to do is that instead of using one terminal, then they will be using the 2 terminals at the same time. Once you arrive in Nigeria and leave Nigeria, you must see the 2 new terminals, because the one that is going to be constructed will be for arrivals. That when you arrive in Nigeria, here is where you are going to land, on here. But when you are leaving, this is where you are going to take to leave Nigeria. And that is mind-blowing, because their target is that the new one is going to be much more beautiful than the present one that is there right now. And that is very beautiful. That is very nice. That is very nice. Look at the structure and everything, seeing it from above. This is very, very nice. This is very nice. So we have seen how the Lagos airport is going to look, and believe me, I can't wait to see this completed. And also, we will have to thank the leaders in Nigeria, especially the leaders who have ruled Nigeria for the past 8 years or past 15 years. They have done a nice project, or they have done nice projects. This started from Jonathan to Buhari and now to Tinubu. There are so many things that these leaders have improved on, and that thing is on infrastructure. They have been competing within themselves on infrastructure, especially Buhari. Buhari did a lot. Now Tinubu come and picked from where Buhari stopped, and the way he is doing it is marvelous, especially in Lagos, where there is railway line, which is this blue train. Nobody expected Nigeria will have a sky train, a train running above, but it is possible but they made it possible. See the station in Nigeria, train station in Nigeria. This is very, very futuristic, very, very beautiful. I never expected that Nigeria would have a station that looks like this. And many African countries don't know that Nigeria looks this way. Because when they want to show Nigeria, what you will be seeing is Makoko. Nobody will show you Mobolaji Johnson station. Nobody will show you Soyinka station. Nobody will show you Oshodi station. And majority of people, when they get to Nigeria, is when they begin to get surprised. Because they don't know that when it comes to transportation, Nigeria is one of the best in Africa. Most African countries don't have this. If they have this, it's not as it is in Nigeria. Because the Nigerian ones is uncountable. And this is the reason I'm happy when I talk about this topic. Because I know the importance of it. The importance of it is that by the time the new airport is completed, what will happen is that if you come to visit Nigeria, you will land in a place like this, one of the terminals. None of them is a park terminal. They are all futuristic building terminal. And you may likely take train. You may actually take train that goes to Ibadan. Let's even that you are not going to Ibadan, you are not going far away, that you are going within the Lagos. You will take a train that will look like this. Inside would look like this. How would you go to a country that has all these things? Or let's even believe that you didn't take train. Because if you are taking train, you will take train in a place that looks like this. But let's even believe that you didn't take train, that you use bus. You are going to use bus in a station that looks like this. What again is development? This is development. And this is what we are talking about. And this is what I'm preaching. I say, any governor, any president who wants to bring development, please, don't only bring the development, but bring development that looks futuristic. Lagos State has been practicing this for a very long time. Most of the buildings they have in Lagos State, public buildings done by the leaders. Leaders, is by the government, are like this. This is Lagos train station. The first day I saw this train station, there is something I said. I said, why? Because the train station you are looking at is actually this. This is the train station. Now, I said, if the train station is as beautiful as this, why haven't Nigeria rebuilt the Murtala Muhammed airport, which is this? Because then it was looking like this, which is as it is looking today, being 9th of August 2025. But thank God that the president has decided to do it. Very nice job. Now, and I praise the Nigerian government, especially the president, for what he did here, because we have had many leaders in the past. There is no leader that nobody liked, that everybody liked. No, you will have some people that will like you and some people that will hate you. The problem we had in the past is, even when our leaders are being accused of misappropriation, or which is known as corruption somehow, they did not use it for any infrastructural development. How would a leader come into office and could not build something tangible that people will use to remember him or her? And this is the reason I praise the current president and Buhari as well. These people did a nice job. Jonathan also, because Jonathan started most of the international airports that we are seeing today that look beautiful, but later completed by Buhari. And they are beautiful. Now, this airport you are seeing here, this airport terminal, this one is Lagos. But this airport terminal, do you know that this airport terminal is actually 5 in Nigeria? Lagos looks like this. Abuja looks like this. Kano looks like this. Port Harcourt, the same. Enugu International Airport Terminal looks like this. They are photocopies, the same company that did it, the same time. Only Enugu has not been opened yet, but the structure, when you go to Enugu, you see the new terminal, it is like this. A country that has 5 international airports looking this way, with this modern one added to it, man, that is a very beautiful to hear. If Tinubu could complete this within 2 years, as he said, because based on what he said, I had already known that he wanted to finish it before leaving office, or he wants to finish it before leaving office, which is a great news. But that also politically is telling me one thing, that he's afraid that he may not win the next election. Okay, but that is good. Whether he win election or not win election, he's just one man. He has ruled Nigeria. What again does he want? If he fails to win, if he wins, okay, he continues where he stopped. But finishing it before the end of his tenure that is the meaning of it, and that is very nice. Is well planned to make sure that he finished it, that nobody will tell story that after he lost the election they could not finish the project, and so on and so forth, and stuff like that. So making it to be a must to be finished before 2 years is a good news. So what we are looking at is Mobolaji Johnson train station. The station is actually 2 in number, one building by the left and the other building by the right. So the building you are looking at is actually this building. They are 2 in number. They are twin. This is beautiful. Now, well, I'm not here to talk about Mobolaji Johnson station. I'm here to talk about the airport anyway. But I decided to show you some important structure that are being developed in Nigeria within this short period of time, and they are all futuristic, and they are either futuristic or contemporary architecture. And I love them a lot. I love them a lot. And this shows that Nigeria has improved when it comes to development. This is mind-blowing. So, and this one is Enugu State Conference Center, which is one of the most beautiful contemporary architectures I have ever seen in my life. This place, each time I see here, it reminds me of Abuja. This is a mind-blowing project. But here we are not going to talk about Enugu State. We are here to talk about the new Lagos International Airport, which President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has promised to complete before he finish his tenure. And that is a nice news. So, another thing that I will have to explain before I close, because I'm about to close. I've been here for a long time, explaining everything. You have seen everything here. But one thing that remains is the taxi stop. You see, this is how the place now will be looking. What you are seeing is where taxi will stop you and pick you. Now, formerly, if we go to where, to the old distance, this is how this place used to look. You see here, there is a shade here, and over there is the upper side, departure, where taxi stop you. But down here also is a shade. Now, this shade is now being changed to look the way I showed you earlier. And before then, see here also, the shade which I showed you there, this also is the part of the shade. I don't know whether you are going to see it, but this one is not the new terminal. This is the terminal built 4 years ago. The shade on the new terminal also is going to be changed. It is not going to look like as it is looking. It is going to look this way. These white pillars, everything here will be white, curvy, and beautiful. So when somebody is to drop you or taxi is to drop you, they will come right in front of the terminal and drop you, and you take one of these places, enter into the airport terminal, and that is very beautiful. That is very beautiful. Formerly, as I said earlier, when you come to the new one, the shade used to look like, as you are seeing it by my left, you see people with vehicle dropping people and picking people. Now it's not going to look like that anymore. It is not going to look like that anymore. Instead, it will look like this way. Simple, white, and clean. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And for people who are not using, taxi or whatever, then you will take train, board the train, and come down from any of the terminals of your choice. But know it that the train also is going to be inside, not what you are seeing. This is when you arrive to where you are going to. But what you are seeing here is the train. What you are seeing here is train. And I'm going to look for a better image for you to see the train and see how everything is going to look when it is completely finished, because that is going to look very beautiful. It's going to be very beautiful, So Nigeria is really trying when it comes to the contemporary architecture building, especially in the public buildings like airports, shopping malls, even some public schools. So this is how the train the train will be passing here and dropping people here. This is in front of the airport, exactly inside. You can take train, come down from the train, enter inside. Wow, this is going to be mind-blowing. Believe me, I love this. I love this. And the train would be dropping you to the stations. You see? Man, this is a good news. This is a good news for Nigeria. Well, I don't want to waste time, but I still have one thing to explain. Formerly, I told you that there are 3 buildings here. If you check, let's start counting from my left. The left is the one that they are rebuilding. The one in the center is the new airport terminal built 4 years ago. Why the one by my right is what I'm going to explain. The one by my right, which is this smaller building here, is not an airport terminal. This is a car park. This is used for car park, right? And this building you are seeing here, although this is a prototype, but the prototype is already there. Nobody is going to move this building. Sorry, this building is going to remain like this one. And this building is what you are seeing here. This is for people who have private cars or who come with their own individual vehicle or who come with vehicles of any type. You can park your vehicle here and travel to London. When you come back tomorrow, you pick your key and drive your vehicle to anywhere you live in Nigeria. So this building, nobody is going to touch it. This one will remain. The only thing that will change here is that this shade you see here will also be changed. Because if we check through the prototype here, where is the prototype? If we check through the prototype here, you see that there will be no shade there. Instead, there is going to be an avian bridge. Avian bridge is, let's check, let me show. Avian bridge is a bridge used to connect from airport terminal to the airplane. We don't have avian bridge here. This is avian bridge, but you're not going to see it very clearly. But that is what it is. Now, so when you come down from the airport, what you see here is avian bridge, that if you have your car parked, you are not coming out. You are moving from the departure terminal to the avian bridge, or you are moving to the avian bridge, and from the avian bridge to the parking building. Or you can go from the parking building to the new airport terminal through the avian bridge, and from then take another avian bridge here, pass from here to the new airport building, which is the arrival terminal. So everything you are doing, there is nothing you are going to do outside this time. Everything will be indoor. Whether you are taking train, whether you are driving, you park in the airport, whether somebody comes to pick you, rain is not going to touch you. No provision is made for you to walk around airport anymore. So everything has changed based on what is presented on the new prototype we are seeing. There is no provision. If you look at this road, there is no place made for pedestrian. What you see here is the road. This road does not have shoulders and does not have pedestrian sidewalks. The reason is that the airport is made for people to walk around the terminals. There is no more going around with bags in international airports, because there is building made for cars where they can park, and that building is connected with avian bridge. And also there is another space or bridge created for taxis that are coming to pick or to drop you. No more walking around airports, and this is very, very good. So for people who are using leg, there is no way you can walk from any street to this airport anymore. That is what it is. You must get in through cars. If you don't have car, sorry, no place made for that anymore. You must have a car to enter into the new terminal, because everything now is being done for people who are traveling. No more for people who are just going there for jokes. And if you're not going there for traveling, you can go there by vehicle anyway and enjoy whatever. So this is the end of my vlogging today. I just come to show you what is happening in Lagos, and how the new terminal is going to look, and why I believe that Tinubu is going to deliver it 100%, because other projects that are not airports, which are like bus terminals, train stations, and conference centers, and so on and so forth, that we see in Nigeria today. When we saw the prototype, we never believed that they would deliver it the way the prototype showed it. But glory and behold that those bus stops, bus terminals, train stations, and so on and so forth were successfully delivered the way the prototype showed it, even better than the prototype. So why should we doubt this one? I trust the Nigerian government when it comes to contemporary architecture building. They are going to deliver it 100%. So thank you.